Welcome into the SportsAid.com Sports Podcast. Thanks for joining us. Today's topic, the Los Angeles Lakers continue to flounder, dropping to 9-12 last night with a 117-110 loss against the Utah Jazz. One has to wonder if they hired the wrong coach. Well, I'm here to tell you, you shouldn't be wondering at all. No question they hired the wrong guy. Mike D'Antoni fits this team the same way a 600-pound man would fit through a small window. It doesn't work. It's never going to work. Mike D'Antoni needs 4 guards and a point guard. He needs basically a 5-guard lineup to be effective. That's what he had in Phoenix. Newsflash, the Lakers have 2 7-footers. And they're not just 7-footers. They happen to be 2 of the 5 best 7-footers in the entire NBA in Dwight Howard and Pau Gasol. But because of Mike D'Antoni's seemingly stubborn personality and inability or unwillingness to change, the Lakers continue to flounder. They're now 4-7 under D'Antoni, and they look no closer to figuring it out than they did in Game 1 in the very beginning of the season. The Lakers team right now needs a different coach. Yes, I am saying for the second time in what feels like 2 days, it's actually been like 3 weeks, the Lakers need to fire their coach. It worked the first time, Mike Brown got fired, so maybe this will work again. Mike D'Antoni is not the right guy for this job. Jim Buss needs to get off his high horse, needs to put his big boy pants on, as Kobe Bryant would say, man up, and hire the one guy he doesn't want to hire, because that one guy happens to be the best coach of all time in Phil Jackson, and he also happens to be the only coach who's right for this job right now. Sure, in the future you could get a guy who Jackson grooms, like a Brian Shaw or a Kurt Rambis or someone else, to coach the team into the future. Obviously, Phil Jackson, being at almost 70 years old, is not going to be around forever, nor is this Laker roster. For a little bit of context, within 2 years, there's only one person on this roster with a contract. This is a whole new team 2 years from now. This is a win-now situation. And last I checked, 4-7 and 9-12 are not win-now records. In fact, the Los Angeles Lakers are nowhere near the playoff picture right now, and it's all because of their head coach. People say coaching doesn't matter in the NBA. It's all about talent. It's all about skill. It's all about your star player. Well, that's true to a point. But if there's never a better example of when coaching matters or if coaching matters, then you don't need one. Because the reality is this is the perfect example of the importance of coaching. Mike D'Antoni doesn't fit this team, he never has, and he never will. He's too stubborn, he's too one-dimensional, and he frankly just doesn't get it, and he never will. He's in his late 50s now, early 60s. The guy, if he doesn't get it now, is never going to get it. Get a guy in there. If you can't get Phil Jackson, get a guy in there who at least is young and malleable enough to say, I want to win however we win. And if that means running a half-court offense and not going run and gun and trying to do all these crazy things that the roster's not capable of doing, then that's what it's going to take. Mike D'Antoni is not the right man for this job, and he needs to be out of town. Fire Mike D'Antoni. With the SportsAid.com Sports Report, I'm Gary Aid.